You look on the surface, you see a hole. A hole that was not dug, but a cave ceiling that collapsed, not in the remoteness of the jungle, but in the backyard of a Mexican family's house. The entire city of Tulum is built on the world's largest cave system. Millions of people from all around the world have visited this city, but less than 1% of them have ever seen what you're about to see. I jumped into this cave not expecting much. All it took was a few minutes for me to get lost in wow. From the very beginning of my descent, I felt like my entire body entered this Zen state where I was not putting in any effort in carrying myself around and moving through the crevices, but mainly just an observant that's completely absorbed into this experience. I haven't had something close to this happen to me for about 3 months. So this was like hitting all the check marks for what I constitute as having a good time. But before I dig in deep into the insights I got through this experience, I want to invite you to pay a close attention to the video you're watching. How the focus of the video all of a sudden changes. That's not the camera, my friends. If you see the particles just floating through the water, if you see different layers, if you see different densities, different visibilities, this is all what it's called thermocline and halocline. It's basically different sources of water coming through different cave systems and merging into each other. Going through some of these crevices was like turning the knob in the shower from hot to cold back and forth. The relationship between these caves and the rest of planet Earth is quite metaphorical when you compare it to the relationship of the conscious and unconscious mind. The unconscious consists of a vast sum of operations of the mind that takes place below the levels of conscious awareness. The conscious mind contains all the thoughts, feelings, cognitions, and memories we acknowledge, while the unconscious mind consists of deeper mental processes that are not available to the conscious mind. Things from maintaining your blood pressure and your heartbeat, growing hair and nails, and all sorts of other things that if you had to consciously control for over 5 minutes, you would have a nervous breakdown and melt away. But at the same time, many of the elements that go into judgments and decision making are processed outside of our awareness. The same thing goes with our intuition and what many call the sixth sense, where you are relying on an inner feeling that draws conclusion from previous experiences and accumulative knowledge to give you an answer and be a compass. One of the founding fathers of psychoanalysis, a Swiss doctor by the name of Carl Jung, believed that much of our automatic reactions, judgments, temperaments, perceptions, they all source from the things we saw, heard, touched, and more importantly, emotionally experienced in the younger days of our lives, especially in our childhood. If on a normal day you're going about your business and all of a sudden you experience unpleasant emotions, unwanted thoughts, or hidden beliefs that nevertheless influence your emotions towards an event or a new information. Many times I see people who become conscious of the problems in their lives, but most problems resist a simple desire for change because they have some component that makes sense with memories or beliefs stored at a level below conscious awareness. This is when we need to dive into our unconscious minds and inspect those components and possibly reprogram them. To some people, all of this might sound hocus pocus, and to some others, the thought of digging deep into their own mind might scream danger. But that is exactly why I'm here for. I'm here to shine light on the underlying mechanisms of your mind and show you how the things you don't think about actually work. Things that could tremendously uproot your life if you were to learn the language of communicating with it. The most amazing thing about this process is that no one else can do it for you. You cannot buy it. You cannot pay for it. You can only earn it through learning and putting your skills to work. I am here to provide you with the space, to provide you with the guided questions that allows you to pull from the deepest parts of your subconscious mind, recognizing triggers for unproductive behaviors, self-destructive thoughts, limiting beliefs, and anything that's stopping you from living your full potential, expressing your true self, taking charge of your daily experience of life. If you're ready to dive this cave together, there is no better time than now. In just a few months from now, you're going to live and feel like a new person. You will walk through life feeling equipped and empowered to tackle issues and challenges. You will learn about the power of your thoughts and how they are actively responsible for manifesting the results you receive from your daily life. By taking control over your body, becoming aware of how you're treating it, and understanding the underlying mechanisms of your mind and your relationship with it, you will gain conscious awareness to this entity of mind, body, and soul. If you ask anyone who's a someone about their habits, about the conversations they have with themselves, the way they treat themselves, they will tell you about this gateway to a different reality that if you keep on climbing, you will inevitably have no choice but to experience.